Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday, Christmas, and I know that we're getting ready to wrap up the year. And so in today's video, I wanted to talk about the 5 women that inspired me to start my blog and my YouTube channel. And so for those that don't know me, my name is Nanda, and I like to provide information for women over 40 that are looking to get healthier and stronger for the rest of their lives. And these 5 women were women that I watched throughout the entire year and really made a difference. So I'm going to talk about them, and hopefully you'll go out there and support them as well. So if you're interested, stick around. Okay, so let's get started, and let me just tell you that obviously this year for me was very important because this was the year where COVID basically slowed everyone down. This is the year that it slowed me down. I've been traveling a lot for work and really not thinking about taking charge in some of the things that I've been thinking about for a long time. I've been wanting to start my YouTube channel and a blog for a long time, but I just never really had or had taken the time to do it. And so because of COVID, I do believe that having that shut down and hunkering down basically made me do what I wanted to do and actually take action on some of the things that I've been thinking about for a long time. And for the past year or so, obviously there's been women that I've been following through Instagram or through YouTube that I watch time and time again that have inspired me basically to take on this idea of wanting to pursue a YouTube channel and also a blog. And so these 5 women, I'm going to talk about them in no particular order, but they're all very impressive women in their own right. And I talk a lot about fitness, but I also want to start bringing in fashion, because fashion is actually a big part of my life. And the reason being is because I own a boutique, an apparel boutique. It's a women boutique here in El Paso, Texas. And so I've had that store for about 7 years now, and so fashion is definitely something that I think a lot about. Obviously, everybody has their own style, but what I actually want to do with my blog is actually look at my own personal style and blend it in with the new interest in my life that I've had over the past four years or so with fitness. And so I really wanted to start a blog where I can talk about all the things that I'm thinking about. And so that's one of the things. And these ladies that I'm going to talk about, each in their own right, have basically been an inspiration to me into moving forward with this particular dream of mine to talk about fitness and fashion. And you're probably going to see a lot more fashion as well, different videos, but just trying to do a little bit of everything. And you know, they talk about niching down, but I have to be real with who I am and what it is that I want to do. And so I want to do a little bit of fashion, a little bit of fitness, and hopefully you will stay for the ride. So without further ado, let's talk about that first one. And in no particular order, I'm going to talk about these ladies because, again, they're all amazing. But I'll tell you why I like them and why I think that you would benefit from them. So if something resonates with you, then go out and definitely search them out. I am going to leave in the description below a link to their particular social media handles, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, where you actually can go out and find them. So again, if any of these are of interest, please go and show those ladies some little bit of love. So without further ado, the first one that I want to talk about is Emily Duncan. And She goes by M Dunk in both the Instagram and her YouTube. And the reason that I really gravitates towards Emily is because she is an incredibly intelligent young lady. I believe she's in her mid-20s. She is a coach. She is an NPC competitor. She's in the bikini division, and she has had some personal health issues that she's had to go through over the years. And so I learned about her, while she was going through some of those issues. And obviously this year was very important for her as she was able to go back and step on that stage, and she looks truly amazing. And so Emily Duncan is someone that, if you're looking to get inspiration on workouts and how to perform your exercises accordingly, and also if you're into that whole competition thing, I mean, she also talks a little bit about that. But the other thing that I really love about her is that she's got great style. I mean, that girl has style. If you look at her, she's gorgeous in her own right, and she also does extremely beautiful portraits and photo shoots that she uses those photos obviously to populate her Instagram. And so that's one of the reasons that I really gravitate towards her, is because I feel that she does a beautiful job with her Instagram. She communicates with everyone well, and she does have her YouTube channel. I watch it here and there, but primarily I really like her Instagram content, and just the way that she those pictures are just beautiful. I really gravitate, and so she inspires me to think about future photo shoots and how I can actually kind of incorporate some of that into my own blogs and or my Instagram, which I'm trying to strategize for 2021. So again, go out and check out Emily Dunk. I think she's an incredible young lady that is definitely worth following. So then let's move on to our next inspirational woman, and this is a lady that I actually found through Brett Contreras. He has his own Instagram, and one day he actually posted a Insta story about this 70 or 75-year-old lady. Her name is Joan MacDonald, and I was actually floored. I was like, how in the world? Because that lady was lifting more weight than I've ever lifted, and she is 75 years old. And so I was immediately impressed. I started following her Instagram, and one thing that I definitely can say is that every time that I feel like maybe things aren't really moving forward the way that I would want them to, I always go back and look at her Instagram and really get myself re-inspired about what you can do. And as humans, as our women, a lot of times we feel like it's too late for us to get back in shape, or it's too late for us to, build muscle, or it's too late for us, to really lose, just do different amazing things. When I look at her, and her transformation is really spectacular. I mean, you have to go into her Instagram and really take a look. I mean, I think she started about less than 4 or 5 years ago into her fitness journey. She was overweight, and she literally turned herself, her daughter actually coaches her, but anyway, so she turned her life around, and she looks phenomenal. I mean, I think any 20-year-old would want to look like her right now. And so when I look at Joan, I really, really feel like that's the woman that I want to be when I'm 70 or 75. And so to me, she's truly an inspiration in terms of the fitness goals that I have for me. And so I would definitely recommend for you to check her out. She does have a YouTube channel. I don't believe she has a lot of videos just yet, but I think she's working on that. But yeah, definitely go check her out. Again, I'm going to be leaving that information below. But anyway, so let's move on now to the third inspiration for me, and this is Erin Busbee, and she's more of a fashion blogger slash vlogger, and I found her just through different things that I was searching on the internet, and she really primarily focused, because she's changing a little bit, but she focused her channel on providing information and tips on fashion. And so she gives you checklists on like the essentials to have on your wardrobe. She talks about, what to wear. She's especially targeting her channel to women over 40. And so she really, I resonated with her because number one, the majority of the information that I'm going to provide on my channel are geared for women over 40. And she also talks about fashion and how to style things, and so that resonated with me, and I found her YouTube videos useful because of my store, because I sometimes get asked certain questions about styling certain things, and so watching her videos definitely helped me so much when I was trying to get educated when it came to really styling and being very useful to my client. So if you are someone that is looking always to look polished and elegant and beautiful and sexy when after 40, I recommend that you go check out Erin. Now Erin is actually, again, Erin Busbee, and her channel is called Busby Style, and Erin now is not only doing fashion, but she's going more into like a full lifestyle type of topics, and she's going to be talking more about fitness and other different things. So she recently updated her website, and so go and check her out. She's very active on her blog, and yeah, I'm going to be putting all of her information below. But again, she's someone that really inspired me, and someone that when I noticed that she started really honing down on things pertaining to women over 40, then I knew that that's something that I wanted to do. So again, check her out. Now let's move on to our next inspiration, and this is Monroe Steel. And so let me tell you about Monroe. Again, I think I just came through the recommended videos from YouTube. She is a young lady that lives in New York City. She talks a lot about fashion, luxury brands, and she's doing all these different hauls, and so I've learned a lot about what she's doing. She does vlogs, and she has a very active Instagram account, which I love her pictures. I mean, I think they're just so absolutely beautiful. I think what she does, her work is very beautiful, and so she kind of inspires me because she's someone that I feel is very relatable. I think she is very down to earth, and so when I watch her channel, even though she may talk about some luxury items, she's still someone that is very down to earth, and someone that I feel like I could go up to and talk to. So I just really like her. And again, I think the inspiration that I've drawn from her, it goes back to her Instagram and her pictures and the beautiful portraits, again, that I just absolutely love. And so I would recommend anyone to check her out. She is fairly active also on her blog, and I recently started reading some of her blog posts, and I think are super helpful. And so I'm going to be reading a little bit more of that. So definitely check her out. I think she is someone definitely worth mentioning. Let's move on to the last lady that has been an inspiration to me this past year, and it is Gina with Hunt for Styles. And Gina is very active on Instagram, and she also has a blog, which she is really primarily focusing on her blog and her Instagram. She does have a YouTube channel, but not a whole lot of videos just yet. But let me tell you the reason that I'm drawn to Gina. And Gina is a Hispanic or Latina woman that lives in San Diego, and so I find myself connected to her because she was born in Mexico but grew up in the US, and obviously she lives in San Diego, and I know San Diego people don't think they're in the border, but they are. And so, you know, I find myself, I'm in El Paso, I'm a border girl. I was born in Mexico but raised in the US. And so I find, you know, her moving in and out of her culture on her blog post and even on her Insta stories when she goes into videos and talks in Spanish, you know, beautiful Spanish, beautiful English, and just the way that she communicates, I kind of relate with that. And so I find myself, you know, going out to see what she's got to say and what to do, just because I feel that there's a connection in there. And so she inspired me into also kind of starting that blog. Now she really caters more on the fashion front. Obviously she loves fashion and that's her thing. For me, it's a little bit of both, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of fitness, and that's what you're going to see on my channel, on my blog, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, those 5 women, I mean, there's so many others. I'm not just wanting to name those, but those are the top 5 when I really came down to it, into thinking about who I wanted to recommend for 2020 as the women that at least served me and served a purpose. I wanted to provide some information to you because I feel that these women are providing content, are creating content that's worth watching, and one is doing it for one reason different than the other. They're all different in ages and culture and just in different goals, but they're all very successful and they're very successful in their own right, and just some of the ladies that I definitely feel confident recommending to you. So if there's any of those ladies that you'd like to follow, please do. And that's it, ladies. I am wishing that everybody finishes their 2020 with a bang. I know it's been a rough year for all of us, and 2021 has the potential to be the best year for all of us just because of how rough 2020 was. And so I am wishing that all of your resolutions or all of your dreams and goals for 2021 start off on the right foot. Just remember to never give up. I mean, really put down on paper what it is that you're wanting to do, whether it's a fitness goal or just something different that you want to accomplish for yourself. Just make sure that you live it through, but you can only live it through if you write it down. So I'm wishing you for sure a successful 2021, and please keep coming back because I'm going to be putting out more videos that are going to be talking about a little bit of fitness, a little bit of fashion, and something in between. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'm wishing you a stronger and healthier life.